NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg, Pirate Borg, Rosae Osculum. Episode 11, Is That Healthy, Baby?
Welcome back. My name is Mike, and I'm going to be your GM. This session, we are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black metal apocalyptic RPG. Let's go around and meet our survivors, starting with you.
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Blevit, the Fanged deserter.
Hey everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, I spoke out of turn. Hi everybody, it's Pedro. I'm gonna go ahead and power through. Again, this is Pedro. I am playing Bartholomew Bilge. I'm sorry, I messed that up. It's bad. Anyway, I'm the Buccaneer.
Okay, it was a long walk for a short drink of water there, Pedro.
It was.
That joke was.
Thank you. It's your boy, J Money, the J Dog. Can I get my woofs woofs?
Lil
Woof,
John.
woof, woof.
Little John, thank you. John here, I'll be playing George Clooney, the cursed Skinwalker.
This is Sequoia. I'm playing Craig Sally.
Oh, wow. All right. Just straight and to the point. I like it. Everyone's there except Pedro.
Oh yeah.
Fix your mic.
Yeah, fix your shit, dude.
I'm sorry, I've been in chronic pain all day and finally feel good.
Are you in pain now?
No.
All right, then fucking get over it, bitch.
No.
Post-pain euphoria.
That's what my dad always said.
Dad?
Which
I'm sorry.
Of the 10,000 things that were said at the same time did your dad always say?
No, my dad was
And
very
so, last session,
nice. Yes.
after you met your friend named Bucket, and he told you that the entire island was
shit,
cursed, where the curse is that everything that dies comes back to life, you then coerced him to join your crew. He informed you of the 5 kings of the island, and that he is currently running from one of them. You attempted to nail the Danny Trejo face to him. He ran away,
That's right.
and you shot him in the back.
Yar.
Some people came looking for him, and you just ruthlessly murdered them and looted them.
There was definitely a reason.
I don't recall.
I did mash them into jelly with my mighty hook.
Yes. You got into a very, very quick fight with a zombie. You then all hopped onto your ship, and you sailed over to Corpse Wake Cove. As you cruised into the cove, you noticed that there were 5 large and regal ships.
That's right.
sitting in the
Skeleton
harbor.
ship.
And you all made the connection that those are probably the ships of the 5 kings. You then haggled with the shipwright for a while to see if he would fix your boat. Yeah, you kind of ripped him off or something, who knows. Or maybe he ripped you off. You then began making your way up this cliffside city, climbing up these steep stairs and up the ladders. You found a robbery in progress in the general goods store that was going on by Captain Sweetie May and some of her crew.
Totally stacked.
She was absolutely stacked and super hot. You guys just reached into random boxes and stuff and stole stuff. 2 of the main things that you got were a large silver key and a gilded skull. You then left there. You continued making your way up the cliffside city, where you found just a lot of shops and all sorts of stuff. You then stopped at a cat house and promised to come back later for the Horin.
Oh, that's right. Yar for the Horin.
You headed over to the decrepit church, where you spoke to the portly priest who was cleaning up the shards of a statue that had been destroyed.
Father Carvel.
The mermaid statue.
The mermaid
Father
statue, but
Caravel,
not
yes.
Duhan?
Not Dugan.
Dugon.
Yes. He went into the church, and you guys saw him kind of move around a little bit as if he was beginning to fall. He looked up to you, and his eyes were glowing bright red, and that is where we currently are. We're going to need to go ahead and roll initiative.
This is a very silly question, but I feel I have to remind myself. I'm a monkey right now, right? I believe
Yeah,
I'm
you're
Yes.
a monkey.
Yes,
Okay.
you've been a
Yeah.
monkey.
This is important.
You're a monkey and you're wearing...
The Danny Trejo mask, right?
Did you end up on that?
I'm wearing Danny Trejo face because because a bucket face might get me in trouble.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, that's right.
Don't say wearing Danny Trejo face like that. I
realized
don't like that.
I said it as I was saying
I
it.
don't like that. That made me uncomfortable,
I'm wearing
John.
Danny Trejo's face.
Oh,
That's better.
right. And that is actually going to start with me.
Ooh.
Damn.
So you see Father Caravel look up in this decrepit church. You see all the windows are smashed out. He gets up onto all fours. He glares up at you with his red glowing eyes. And he dashes straight toward one of you. And it's the one that is...
Is it me?
It is you!
Yeah. Oh, that's all
He
I can
dashes straight at you.
say. Yar!
Now, did he dash or lunge? Because I have it written in my notes here that he lunged.
He lunges at you. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Thank God.
You were lunged at. It's not quite as scary.
He lunged at you from all fours with red glowing eyes, and his fingers kind of like turned a little bit into claws.
But it is a lunge, not a dash.
Yes.
Much less
So
scary.
where we are right now, he is flying mid-air, teeth just like drooling. He's got like blood dripping from his mouth. And I'm going to need you to go ahead and make your defense roll because he is going to try to fuck you
Drop
up.
on me? No. Natural 20, I'm sorry.
Fuck you, dude!
Yar! What be the hell? And I'll just like,
Begins again.
I like block his teeth in my gun and just kind of plop him on the ground. Like, what the hell? Father, is that right? Priest!
All right, and that is going to end my turn because I don't ever get to do anything fucking cool. So we are going to start with you there, Craig Sally.
I'd like to look at him and see, does he have like weird smoke coming out of his body, or does he look anything like the reanimated pigs from the beach?
He has no smoke coming out of him, but go ahead and make a presence test. Let's see if you can figure anything out about him.
Okay, presence is my worst one. Ooh, what does a 6 get me?
6 tells you that this is a priest who is attacking you, probably because you haven't donated to the church yet.
I'm out of money, but I will pool my. What do I want to give up? I'll take a chunk of hair and throw it.
You rip out a chunk of hair, a little bit of flesh comes with it,
Yeah.
and you throw it at this guy.
Yeah.
As he's biting down onto Bart's gun, it kind of like wetly like slaps him in the face, and you notice that he doesn't seem to turn and like look at you or anything.
I gotta give him more hair.
Okay.
Oh, is my turn not over?
I mean, you can. Are you done?
So I've been losing hair from the radiation.
Yes, you guys are all.
So I
losing
don't
hair.
have a ton of hair left, but I'm gonna go ahead and gather the rest of it and just.
Rip your
And
whole
then-
scalp off.
Yeah, and then I'll throw that at him as well.
You're just gonna grab the one big dread
Yeah.
and huck it at him.
And now, previously for a wad of greasy hair, you gave me a D1 damage.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Sure, let's do
I
it.
don't know how to roll that.
A D1, it's 1.
Well,
It's
I mean,
one.
you do have to roll to attack.
Okay. With my wad of hair.
A range attack will be agility. Is that correct?
How about
It
a
is.
19 plus 5?
God, yeah.
And then I'll roll. I don't know how to roll a D1. I just do
You-
one damage.
You just do 1 damage to it.
I've done my part.
Max damage?
Yeah.
You
That's
did get
solid,
max
yeah.
damage, yeah.
Wait, does that explode? One.
1 times 1 is.
No, it's not 1. It's 1 plus 1. Plus 1.
And that's going to go over to you there, Blevit.
So, Blevit received a sharp fire iron from
He
the
did.
sword. I think I'm going to see what this does.
Okay.
Father Carvel seems to not be in speaking mode right now. So
He forgot his words.
I think I'll give him a donation.
Okay. Swinging the fire iron at him.
See, this is where it always ends. That would be a...
You need a 14 to
fire
hit.
iron who's with strength.
Yes.
That would be a 5.
A 5 is not going to do it. You needed a 14 because
So apparently this doesn't work.
it doesn't work at all.
Throw it out.
Sharp fire iron, not a replacement for the...
When you hit him, if you hit him, I'll let you know what damage it does.
Very good.
So you ran up and you swung at him and just absolutely whiffed it. Probably, I would say that the dread probably smacked him in the face and, you know, maybe
Turned
like
away?
hit, yeah, he turned away
Because
from
if
you.
you're going to use a sharp fire poker, of course, it would be to the face.
Of course, obviously, you're going to go for the face. And that's going to go over to you there, Blevit. You have a priest biting onto your gun, which is not a sentence I thought I'd ever say.
It's not ideal.
Catholic guilt's kind of hitting hard right now.
Sorry there, preacher. I can't allow this to abide. I don't know why I went pirate there. Even he'll stop. Why was was that?
That was kind of pirate cowboy. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Cowboy. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that later.
Hi,
Anyway,
boy.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give like a bit of a shove back, let him have the gun first for a moment. Sorry,
Oh.
John. And then I'm going to pull out my short sword and my Zweihander and just do my fun spin move to try and kill or to attack him.
Do it to it.
Oh, sorry, Father. Excuse me, Father, for I have sinned. That's going to be 13 for the first one.
Yep.
And the second one's going to be much better. That's a 22.
Okay, yep, those are both. Oh, remember that you don't have the +4 to your agility and strength anymore.
Yes, no, that was
Okay.
a 19 plus.
Okay.
He said, I know.
Anywho, so let's see. In total, we are looking at. Oop, no, that's one too many d6s. We're looking at 10 whole damage.
You do 10 damage
Yeah.
to this guy?
What the shit?
Oh my god.
So with practice ease, mind you, this is one-handing a Zweihander here, so.
You have hurt the priest
Yes. Stop.
a lot.
Yar, I hurt the priest a lot. Finish him off.
Your short sword comes across his face and slashes downward. You can see like the sinew inside, and you almost see that it's like rotting a little bit. As the blood splatters on the ground, your Zweihander comes up the other way, and it slashes across his belly. You see a couple of intestines go flying out, and blood splatters on the altar. As that happens, I want everyone to make a presence test.
The priest has turned.
13.
Ugh, I'm 1. I don't see shit.
Okay, yeah.
13.
Okay,
16.
okay.
13.
Okay, so the rest of you notice that there are 4 green jewels on the corners of the altar, and as the blood splatters on the altar, they begin to glow ever so slightly. That's going to go over to George Clooney.
George Clooney! Alright, here I go. I'm going to pull out the rune-encrusted flintlock pistol,
Okay.
which we acquired earlier in our campaign, which I acquired. And I'm going to say my monkey catchphrase, which is ook ook ok.
Yes.
I will jump onto one of they're called pews.
Yes,
Like,
they are called pews.
The benches. I'm going to jump onto one of those, and I'm going to aim, and I'm going to shoot my gun at this guy.
Do it to
Thank
it.
God you didn't do the pew pew joke.
Oh, I do that now. I got
That's
pew
good.
pew.
That's good.
Did
Okay.
we read the runes on your gun?
No, he can't read.
I can read.
I can read.
I can
Oh, wait, no,
understand.
I can't read. He's read
It's on your turn.
You just assume nobody else can read.
I specifically can read runes.
Ruins?
Pardon me. First the Oreo comment, Barry.
Well, I have rolled a 16,
Nice.
my friend.
16's gonna do it.
This does 1d6 plus presence damage and
Shit.
ignores armor.
Now, is presence your dump stat like it is for
Presence
everyone?
is... I did roll these randomly, so I did not dump...
I
technically,
did
but-
too. That's the funny
Yeah,
thing.
I
Is
know.
3 of us, it is our dump
Yeah.
stat.
So that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay, well, he
Ignoring
had 1
armor.
left.
That's so
And
cool.
he has no armor.
All right.
Because he's a priest. So you level this gun. We have a monkey standing on a church pew with a gun pointing it at a priest who's biting another gun.
The monkey also has Danny Trejo's face.
I do have Daddy Trejo.
You level this gun. The runes begin to glow ever so slightly. You pull back that trigger and BAM! It goes off, and the priest's head just absolutely explodes. As that begins to happen, all of you who are standing near him see that his chest starts burbling out, and just like in Alien, it bursts open. There are these 5 worm-like black things with these gnashing teeth that are looking directly at you. And hey, guess whose turn it is now?
Excellent
Mine?
shot, Mr.
Nope.
Clooney. But I believe we're fucked now. Look alive, lads and lass.
So, you guys have killed the priest, but you still have these worm things.
Worm thing.
Yeah,
I
worm
think I
things.
love you. Thank you for laughing.
Yeah,
I liked the joke.
So, there are 3 of you standing right next to these things. The first one is going after you there, Bart.
That makes sense.
It
that's
leaps
right.
at you and starts to attack you.
Sorry, that's right. I was waiting for you to tell me what to do, but I'll give you a 19.
19. This thing lunges at you, and you can see that that the circular mouth, like the teeth, are like spinning and gnashing, and it looks like this is something that would burrow into you. You almost see like some of the teeth begin to like flip outward, as if it would like dig down into you.
Oh my god.
You managed
Don't like
to
it.
dodge out of the way. The next one is coming straight for you there, Craig Sally.
Look alive,
I get
Greg
5
Sally.
of these.
Oh, well, okay. I have to do +2 for defense. because I'm wearing heavy tier armor,
Then you need to roll a 14.
which I did not do.
You did not do a 14?
Oh, jeez.
I got a 13.
Okay.
But did you add your agility?
Oh, no. That's a 14.
Haha!
Thanks, John.
It's my pleasure.
You almost got me.
I almost got to do a thing. Blevit.
Yes.
One of these things leaps at you. Its teeth begin flipping outward.
That's a 20.
A natural 20?
No, it's not a natural.
Oh my god. I have 2 more of these things. One of them is going after the fucking monkey now.
Ukugak.
Yes. Make your defense roll, please.
I will. My defense rolls have a DR of 10 when I'm in a monkey form.
Cool.
So, I rolled a 13.
Good.
Ooh, come after me! Come after me!
I have one more. Who pissed me off?
I almost one-shotted your guy.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going after you there, Bart. The last one leaps straight at you, and it's going for your junk this time.
It's the reverse of monkey grabs.
I stab both those swords. Nobody's touching the jewels. I got a 22.
Why can't I hurt you people? Jesus.
Because we're
good at
the
this
main
game.
characters.
Plot armor.
We're fan favorites, all of us.
Okay. Fun. That'll go to you, Bart.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
5 more worms come out.
A million worms.
The worms had worms in them.
Oh, tinier worms.
Yeah, well,
Oh god, they're nesting worms.
Matrushka worms.
oh,
That's pretty awful, actually. That was a good one.
terrible.
Nesting worms.
Okay, well, I
They're
think...
tapeworms within tapeworms. Mm-hmm. That is the thinnest tapeworm. Oh my god, there's another tapeworm inside.
It's like a thread.
Let's see what happens when we cut the head off the Hydra. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and attack again.
Do it.
With my dual...
Nat 1. Nat 1. Nat 1.
Well, sir, 15 plus 19.
Yeah, so you're attacking one of my... You kill one of my worms. Yeah, cool.
Well, I did. I got 14 damage.
Max damage.
Cool. Let's see what its minus D2 does.
Yarr.
So, just so you know, you did 14 damage?
Yeah.
No, you only did 12.
Oh, is it
Luckily,
alive?
this thing had 4.
Don't worry, they're not too hard to kill. Now they're all coming after me.
Pedro says, smiling at me and laughing. And that'll
just
go to George Clooney.
Hi, I'm George Clooney, and I will be attacking this worm with a knife tonight. Okay, I say knife to meet you, because of course I do.
Of course.
And I roll a strength check of 13.
Okay, yep. Wait,
Well-
no, it's defense. Oh, no, you're attacking.
I'm
That's right.
attacking.
Yeah, you stabbed it. Go
I
ahead.
stab it. Now, my knife only does a d4. I need to acquire a better melee weapon for this monkey.
Okay. Don't do the cliche and please kill the beast.
2. Only a 2.
And the cliche wins out.
Yes! As you go to stab this thing, it slips off of its slimy, slippery mucus, and it kind of like wraps around your wrist a little bit, and it flips up to look you directly in the face, and you notice that it has no eyes, just like, there's like 30 holes where eyes should be. And that goes to Crag Sally.
The squash head.
Now, did I deal any damage to this?
You did not.
I didn't. I dealt damage to the worm. Well.
It's an armored creature.
Oh, no. I completely understand. I was just reiterating my disappointment.
Good. I like that.
Yes, good. Let the hate flow through you.
Okay.
Because if these things hurt you, it's bad.
I'm deciding if I want to try to stomp on him or stab him. I don't know my steel toe. Okay, I'm going to try to stab one.
Okay.
Oh. No, I made it. Because I successfully did one, I get to auto hit twice with my daggers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I thought that you missed.
No, I got 5, and then my strength is 5, which is 10, and I have a DR 10 to hit with my daggers.
Your strength is +5? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, Greg Sally's pretty beefy.
3 damage. I get to roll again, so it's 6.
Well, I reduce that by 2, and you still kill it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of like shish kebab and be like, ugh.
Cool.
Flip it.
They'd be
Wipe the
disgusting.
knife off.
Good. I'm glad that happened.
It doesn't feel good to kill your guys right now, Mike.
Shut up. Blevit.
Mr. Blevit, your turn.
So, I noticed that those gems glowed.
Ah.
And the creature did not hit me. I shall run to the... Was it up on the altar?
Yeah, it's the
I
altar.
shall run to the altar, grab up the 4, and throw one into the blood. of Father Carvel.
Oh, the gems? The gems are embedded in the corners of the
Then
altar.
I grab at them, and I'm not successful at doing much of anything.
You start yanking on the gem, and you notice that it's not coming out. It seems to be embedded in the stone.
I'm going to take one swipe with my hook hand.
You're
See
gonna,
if I can... Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going to pry.
You're gonna crack a
I am
hole in
going
the
to pry,
universe.
not
Okay.
hook in, pull...
Wait, what's the pry mechanism in this game?
Well, it's just going to be a strength check, but I'm going to make this almost impossible to do.
Okay.
What is your strength modifier?
+3.
Okay, because I want this to be a 20.
Almost. 18.
18.
So close.
Good. I'm glad that I went with 20.
I am carrying my donkey's leg, which is a crowbar, and might
That's
be
true.
helpful in the future.
That's true.
yeah.
I will reduce the DR if you do that.
So when it's taken out of the donkey, it stays the donkey's leg. It's not then back to being a crowbar.
No.
It's
No,
a-
I mean, everybody
it's a
identifies it as the donkey's leg.
I like
Okay.
that. I like that. I agree.
I thought it was like a
Donkey hook.
We have like
Schrodinger's
a
crowbar
donkey
thing.
leg to get in this door.
The question, of course, now is, does the
Oh, sorry.
donkey feel
I'm on mic. I forget. I need
things
to
that
react.
happen with its leg when the leg is not actually attached?
Probably Phantom Mage, at least.
Yes,
From
exactly.
the new leg.
the things that we are doing to that poor donkey.
Anything in this world that makes that donkey suffer more happens.
I think that
That's true, yeah. That is true.
So it's
That
now
is
there, just in pain. So
Yep.
that's great.
okay.
Yeah, but it's the Eeyore donkey. It's like, oh dear, that really hurt.
All right, I have 3 of these disgusting eel things
They are
left,
disgusting.
and it is now my turn.
Oh.
The one that is wrapped around your wrist there, George Clooney, is going to try to get you. I need a defense roll, please.
I am going to roll this number.
Roll up.
A nat 20.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate you, and I hate this game.
He's not even kidding.
That-
That's genuinely a nat 20.
Yeah.
The ratio of nat
Yep.
20s is
Yep.
it's
I'm not
off-
even cheating.
No. He's rolling with a neon orange die in front of God.
Okay, you get a free attack on it.
Oh, seriously? Alright. Well, my knife only does a d4, so can I do a colorful, sort of like a melee slam where I grab it by its little tail and I try to beat it on the ground real hard to kill it?
Atomic drop it.
Atomic drop it. I give it the people's elbow.
Did at some
Power
point
bomb
in
it.
George's career, did you, George, star in any type of wrestling movies?
Well, George Clooney, I did actually date a WWE diva for a while.
And so, knowing that he has proclivities as George Clooney is known
Yeah,
to
it does a
do,
D6, damn it. Just do it.
Learn a lot of moves. That's a bad strength roll, but I really want to make you. I want us to be bad for you, so I'm going to use my omen to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's worse. I got a total of 6. I do not damage this worm,
You didn't damage my worm.
and I burned an omen. So yeah,
That's
Yay!
great.
good job, Mike.
Bart, another one is going after you.
13.
13. It lunges at you, and you manage to just kind of lift your leg up a little bit, and it just goes right on past you. And I'm gonna go after you there, Blevit, for the last one.
for the
You
fourth one.
you guys have killed 2. I have 3 left.
Stacy Keebler was her name.
Well, we know Stacy.
Boy, do
The
we.
Keebler.
Oh, the elf.
She made those cookies.
No, close.
That is 13.
We have talked
13.
about the Keebler
However-
elves before.
I have heavy armor, which requires.
You needed a 14.
Oh shit.
Are
Yay!
you going to waste an omen? Do anything?
Did we get them back?
I
As
think
far as
we
I know,
burned
I've used
through
them all for the
You guys
day.
have burned through them, I think, already.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So this thing is going to do 2 damage to you,
Let's see what the armor does.
and I need you.
The armor does 3.
Okay, that's fantastic. I need you to make a DR8 strength check.
Oh boy.
Make it.
22.
Okay, fantastic. Because this thing is trying to burrow into you.
Ugh.
That's going to end my turn, and that's going to go back to you, Bart.
Okay. You alright there, Mr. Blevit?
I'm fine. I'm working on a thought, a plan.
Excellent. Tally ho! And then I'll spin and try and attack. First attack on the
Tally-ho.
worm is an 11, which actually I don't think hits. Nope.
It does not.
I miss with that one. So then with my short sword, I get a 15. That one
Okay.
does hit.
There's an entire
It's a
table
2.
in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, anyway.
You did a 2 damage.
A 2 damage.
A 2 little dammies. And I am going to roll my d4 that is
Gonna
right
roll a
here
1.
in front of me.
A 2, Brutus.
I actually did roll a 1. So
Ooh.
you did 1 damage to this thing.
Are my pride stays intact.
As you swing down on it, you see that your blade like kind of slips on this disgusting mucus. It turns to bite onto your hand, and that makes it move just a little bit. And you like cut into its body. You can see this like black viscera begin pouring out of it, and that goes to George Clooney.
Ook, ak. I'm gonna do another. What's the cool wrestling move that they do?
People's elbow.
I did that one. I thought I'll do the people's elbow.
Okay.
There we
You
go.
could
Strength
suplex.
check. 8.
Suplex was what I was thinking.
Suplex is a good one.
Suplex is good. German suplex. Can I roll again for that one?
No.
No, I got an 8. I fail.
Yeah, you
Ooh,
failed.
yay!
Man.
So, dating Stacy Keebler did not osmotically bring you awareness of power moves within the Wrestling Federation.
It's a build-up, I bet.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my heel turn in a bit.
Yeah. You do your people's elbow, and you end up slamming down on the ground, and
I
you hit your
wonder
funny
if
bone, and you begin
Stacy
bouncing
has-
around like a weirdo, and everyone laughs at you.
I
and
wonder if
cracks up.
Stacy has her own signature move.
Well, let's go ahead and hop on the old internet for a while.
No, thank you, Cracktail. It's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna come over and assist Mr. Clooney
Okay.
and attempt to stab the worm attacking him. And I do. Yeah, I definitely do. So, would you say the worm is unaware of me? Has, what'd you say, 30 holes instead of eyes?
Is it unaware of you?
I'm mostly kidding.
It, however, did not attack Crag, so...
Yep, it's unaware of you, because I rolled 2.
Well, since I have Assassin's Death
don't
Blow,
think my d20 is roll higher than 2.
I actually grapple it, and then I automatically crit. So I'm gonna reach out. I'm just gonna seize the worm,
Just good
Yeah.
advice.
and then, like with chopstick with my daggers. So I'll roll my damage. I hit twice, and then it doubles it. So that's 6. Would we do times 2, or do I roll 2 more times?
You roll 2 more times, but I'll tell you this thing had 4 hit points, so you can go ahead and describe it if you want to.
I believe actually it had 2 hit points because I already damaged it for 2.
I
So,
chopstick it, and then after I cut its little head off, I want to eat it.
You begin eating it.
I thought it was chow mein for a moment.
Okay, fantastic.
You go back to the mukbang days.
I really want wontons.
And love it.
So, I was not able to find out what Stacy Keebler's move was, but it's interesting since we have not had a
Blevit
George
got
Clooney
distracted.
fact yet. Stacy Keebler and
We did.
George, his longtime girlfriend Stacy Keebler, George Clooney, have reportedly parted ways. This is 2013. They held different opinions about starting a family.
Oh, George, no. I mean, me.
Oh, she
Yep,
wanted
yep,
a little.
yep.
Stacy's
Okay.
worth it, George.
So
Get back with
I
it.
shall at this time switch from the hook to the sharp fire iron.
Okay.
To now pry up the stone. That is going to be a 20, not that.
That is going to do it. You begin prying into this thing, and as this jewel pops out, you can see a little bit of maybe some mechanisms or something kind of glowing beneath it, and this jewel begins radiating this super powerful energy, and it begins to smoke as it's sitting on the ground, as if it's super duper hot.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's probably my action.
Okay.
If it's not, what I should try and do is wing it with the fire poker at one of the... No, I haven't used the old sling.
Oh.
Sure, take a shot.
Well, it still stands. It always does. Now, that is plus presence for
Yes.
the sling. Is that right? That's a 14.
Wait, is it presence or agility?
It's a ranged attack, so I believe it's agility unless
Agility.
Yeah.
the item
So that's
itself.
16.
No, it's presence. Presence is
14.
Well,
14.
Guns are presents.
Guns are all range is presence.
Is it all range presents?
All range is presence.
Oh.
So, I
Nana
struck one
boo
with
boo.
it. So, the question becomes, do I roll some kind of damage?
Yeah.
Normally it would be 2d4, but what do you want me to roll?
Oh, you picked up the gem?
Uh-huh. In the sling and slung it.
Did you put your fingers on it?
No,
At the wormy that we're
Wrap
around.
it. It looked hot. Of course I'm not going to grab
Interesting.
it.
Which one did you whip it at? The one
which
right
of-
next
which
to
of
you,
the
or the
birds?
one right next to Bart?
Whoever is going to be closest, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
actually, no. The one on Bart is actually biting at him and burrowing. I would strike Bart's.
Okay, so I want you to roll the damage
For the sling,
for the sling.
very good.
and then you're going to roll a d6 of fire damage.
And?
Okay, how much did you do with
6
the sling?
points.
Okay.
Sling was 4.
The sling was
Fire
4.
damage is 2.
Okay, you absolutely destroy that worm as it's trying to burrow into him. You see that this gem slams into the worm, and the worm almost kind of explodes and sizzles as this happens. And this gem is left sitting on Bart's chest, and you deal an amount of damage to him from the fire. You deal 2 fire damage.
Does his armor...
It does not.
Okay,
No,
I have 1
this-
health left.
This is like a magic type of damage.
So it's like burned
It's
into
burning
me.
into you right now.
Lads, take it. Use it for a fuel source in the body. it's my arc reactor.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, okay. Ouchies.
Mhm.
So
That's great. Okay. I have one of these things left. And Bart, this thing's going to leap at you. It's going for you. Oh, no, Bart. Sorry, Blevit.
It's going to leap at you.
It's going to leap at you, right at your crotch. It might even be going for your backside.
And that is with agility, that's an 18.
An 18?
Frisky.
Yeah, this thing is going for your orifice. No, the other orifice.
Oh, they're actually those kind of worms. The fish kind
Other
of worms.
urethra.
Understood.
Okay, and so that is going to miss. That ends my turn. That's going to go to you, Bart. What do? You have this jewel burning into you.
Well, considering the fact that I feel like lightheaded and woozy and about to die, I need to get this thing out of me. So I'm gonna take the sword and just basically try and flick this sucker. I'm trying to get this off of me.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to allow you to do that.
Oh. Just stab it. Even I'm sure it's gonna suck too. So stab it.
Well,
pull it off.
don't you have one of the holes on the chest area?
Oh yeah, it's probably
So it's an open
caved
space.
in a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna flick that off, and then you'll see a few rats come and start like patching it up with flesh.
Okay.
Slice patches from the back of your neck, then reset.
All right. So as you go to do that, what I want you to make is not a strength, but I want you to make a presence test to see how carefully you're able to do this. We're going to call it a 12.
Ooh.
So to let you know, he's the only one that doesn't use presence as a bonus stat.
13.
A 13?
Yeah.
Okay, you manage to not do any damage to yourself while you fling this thing out of you. Although you do feel like this left some residual energy in your chest, and you looking over like toward where this came from, you see Blevit standing in front of the altar, and the altar is kind of shaking a little bit as he's standing there. George Clooney.
There's still a worm
There's
attacking
still a worm.
Blevit, I believe.
Yep.
Correct?
It's trying to climb into his butthole.
I
It
don't.
keeps changing orifices.
Yeah. I don't care for that.
Orifici? Orify.
Orify.
Orificodes.
Orificodes, yeah.
That's the ancient Greek writer. Orificodes.
That was funny.
Thank you. Okay.
God of Cloacas.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, I like that one.
I think I want to start using this, my donkey's leg as a weapon. So I'm going to pull my donkey's leg out, and I'm going to run over, and I'm going to say Ukukok, and I'm going to swing at the worm, which is attempting to crawl into my good friend Blevit's rectum.
Okay.
So that is a strength check.
Yes.
I'm rolling it, and I have rolled a 16.
The 16's gonna do
Now,
it.
how much damage does a crowbar do?
I'm gonna put it on
donkey
par
leg.
with a club and stuff. We're gonna do all the
D6.
D6.
Very cool.
I had one of those at one point.
That's right, I remember. I have rolled a 3.
You did 3 damage to this thing?
Mm-hmm.
You run up and attack. Damn it. You run up and attack this thing. And, yep, you did just the right amount. You smash it apart. Now, all 4 of you are standing there. All of these worms have been killed. The jewel has gone flying over, and it landed in a small alcove in this church. You can also see that the altar is shaking ever so slightly. What do you do?
I told them, Mr. Blevit, Mr. Clooney, we need to get out of here. Yar.
I think we should put the stone back.
I was actually thinking that we should begin an experiment.
It nearly
And
burned the hole.
while I'm talking, I'm going to walk over and grab a piece of Dr. Carville that is still bloody.
Okay.
And place it on one of the stones.
Oh.
One of the stones on the altar, or the stone that's up?
I want to go try to collect the other stone.
My recommendation, Miss Sally, is not to touch it.
Okay. So
I would also like to do something.
You are grabbing You are grabbing a piece of his body and throwing it on the altar.
Setting.
You are running over to grab the jewel.
I would like to help Bartholomew. He seems very injured, and I would like to try to shuttle him out of the space.
Yeah,
Captain, my captain, I say.
I just need to grab my gun, and so if you'll help me get over there to the gun.
I'll grab the gun. I'm a monkey. I'm very agile.
Thank you, Mr. Clooney.
Monkey grabs the gun with his tail.
Cool.
Grabs some other stuff off of the ground with his feet and begins walking out like a weirdo while kind of dragging you by your belt. Nice. Okay, and now we're going to go over to the two of you. Craig Sally, how do you grab this gem?
I would like to use the chopstick maneuver again.
Okay.
And I'd like to chopstick this gem and carry it over.
Okay, and so you are taking it over to the altar?
Yeah, I put it back where it came from.
Okay, and so you are running over, holding it like weird chopsticks, holding this green glowing gem that is smoking. And Blevit, you drop this body part. You set this body part down on the altar, and as you're looking at the altar, you can see that there's like these intricate like channels carved into it that all appear to be slightly angled and leaning down toward the center, where you can see that there's almost this like small little bowl in the center of this thing. As you drop this, or as you set this body part down, it begins leaking a little bit of blood, and you can see that it pours into the channels and it begins flowing down straight towards the center.
Place the stone back in place. I have an idea.
The other 3 stones start glowing intensely.
I'm going to go to each stone and wring out a small amount of blood onto each of the stones.
You're just twisting like an arm?
Well, more like a lemon. And
good.
Ending with the one as soon as Sally places it in place.
Fantastic. As you do this, you can see that all the blood is beginning to channel down. Craig Sally, you run over there with this gem and you set it into its slot. As soon as you do that, you kind of like feel this like loud clunk as it kind of sets back into place, and it begins glowing intensely. The smoking stops. You begin to pour blood on it, and you see that it follows these channels into this insanely intricate like pathways leading down to the very, very center of it. And as it hits the center of the altar, you hear a weird popping sound, and the blood in the center of the altar begins draining downward. As this happens, the altar begins sinking downward into the floor, and you find that a hidden staircase is revealed.
Miss Sally, if I can impose upon you to go grab our fine captain.
I'll go and collect you two.
George!
I'm out yelling over him. He's dying! He's fucking dying! He's not gonna make it!
I'm gonna slap the monkey.
I go, oop.
And then I'm gonna...
Delilah's on my chest, like, pumping, and I'm like, I'm fighting Delilah.
I'm gonna drag you guys into this place. We found a cool door. Or staircase? I forgot.
A staircase.
Staircase. We found a cool staircase that leads downward.
I'm using the Zweehander as, like, a walking stick. I'm just like, yar!
While I'm waiting for them, can I take a few moments, and I have Beast Scholar. Once per animal kind, of which the worms are new, I can gain +1 omen for every 10 hit points of the creatures.
Yeah, you...
1 or 2?
You did
they
2.
Right.
There was 5 of them. They each had 4 hit points.
Perfect.
So that is 20 hit points.
Is there a healing mechanism in this game?
Resting.
Too bad.
It's fine. I'll be fine. I'll just straighten up and put the Zweehander back. I've been through worse.
Yes, so you guys have been adventuring all day, and you can see that through the smashed windows that it is beginning to get a little bit dark outside. It is dark inside of this church, and the way leading downward is also incredibly dark.
My friends, might I suggest that the church, no longer inhabited by Father Carville and his odd vampiric ways, maybe this would be the place we sleep. The church is there for the people, especially those who are in need, and we are in need of beds.
I'm also concerned that there may be valuables down those stairs, and if we're not here to stop people going in, then they might get the valuables, which
True.
I want for me.
I understand.
I'd like to loot the priest's body.
Okay. All right. As you begin looting the priest's body, I need you to roll a d6, please.
How's the priest's face?
56.
It was sliced.
It has been
It
sliced
was
up.
actually, I think it was sliced both directions, across and up.
But let's see how hot he was. He was also a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Who ruined this face?
This entire city is just full of fucking smoke shows.
I believe it.
What was your D6?
You did.
56.
I think I did ruin
A
the face.
56. You find in his pocket some weighted dice. Like, every time you roll them, they always come up both 6s.
I think the smoothest talker in our group is Blevit, so I think he'd be able to con more people with this. So I'm going to pass them over to you.
Wonderful. These will work well as sling stones.
These strange symbols that I can't
By the
enter.
weightiness, I like it. It seems to be one-handed. Can get some outward momentum to them.
Fantastic.
I'd like to. So I have. My notes are not amazing. I have iPhone tablet codex. Read, understand, runes.
You can read and understand any rune.
So I'd like to read and understand the rune.
Could ooh be infinite runes? Could that be?
I thought it said OIH. So any makes
Oi.
sense too. So I'd like to read the runes
Something
on this
between
gun.
Yiddish and Germanic runes?
Sure.
Okay. But yeah, so you pull out your
My iPhone tablet.
your iPhone.
So I'm gonna pull that out and start kind of pressing it in the direction of the gun.
And I hold out my gun.
Yeah, what you can see is that this is a magically enchanted flintlock that can never misfire.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Do you have any extra bullets, by the way? It needs a bullet.
Quick question. Have
I want you to roll a d6.
Oh, shit.
God dang
I
it,
just
John.
ruined the infinite bullet hack.
Son of a bitch. This whole time. 4! I have 4 bullets,
left.
John, I had infinite
I
story bullets.
so
Teacher, you didn't assign the homework.
sorry. Can I have one of your now 4 bullets? You're now very limited.
I'll say,
resource.
yes, I have as many as I've always need. Oh, yes. Here you go. One of my 4.
Thank you so much. I'll reload the gun, and hey, you know what?
I'm staring at it.
I'll try to use it to protect us. It'll be great. It's gonna be great. Everything will be fine.
Are there any other weird carvings in this room?
So as you walk around trying to take a look at this room, one thing that you do find is over near where that gem fell, you find the corpse of a younger woman. Looks like her throat has been slit and perhaps drained of blood.
Sad. Does she have anything?
And how's her face?
I can tell you, she does not have anything in her pockets.
How is her face?
It's a good question.
How is her face?
She also
Get that
smoking.
D10 ready. Mike.
Well, the
I'll
question
asking
would be
all the time.
how long is she
Oh my
gone?
god.
Nah, she's alright. She's a 5 out of 10.
I might need a lady face. I don't own any lady faces.
Yeah, I'll remove it
Okay.
and pass it along.
I might. Is that the first
So here
lady?
you guys are in a derelict church. There's a creepy, stinky passageway opened up, and you guys are cutting off faces.
Creepy.
I'll say I'm sitting on the pew with my hat on the pew, and I'm just kind of resting and having probably flashbacks to pre-apocalypse in here.
Absolutely.
So I'm just kind of staring up at. Is there a statue or anything? Like, what's up at the altar?
There isn't a statue.
So it's
or
just
anything.
so I'm looking at something that's not there. You'll see me with
Yeah.
a far off look.
For sure. How long are you gonna sit there? Well, as long as everyone's doing their thing.
If no one mentions anything, because I have 1 hit point. And,
Okay, yeah. It looks like you guys are taking an actual you're catching your breath.
Well, my intention is to sleep here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you guys are doing that. then-
Yeah, I think we should shake out of it. We should set watch.
I think that is a good idea.
We can bar the front door with some of the pews, but it's
That would be more suspicious.
we don't want anybody coming in.
Well, but if the door is always open and we close it, that would be weirder.
Okay.
I seem to remember the door was closed when I came.
I thought the door was closed too.
I thought it was open.
It was like closed over, like he pushed it and opened up.
Okay.
Okay, then we can close it.
So close it and not put the pews in front.
Pew lock it.
Is there a lock on the door?
No, there is not.
We'll pew lock it.
There is
Like a bar?
Yeah, there's like those hooks, like where you can put a big piece of wood there.
We'll bar it with the pews.
We'll put the big piece of wood.
And yeah, I'll say we'll take shifts. I'm gonna sleep first though. And then I just promptly pass out.
Just like sitting up, you see Bart is just like, I'll take the first shift. And just like while he's bleeding, sitting there, he just kind of passes out sitting up.
The rats come out and they kind of like do some like maintenance on me. So they'll just kind of like sweeping and sewing and stitching. And a couple of them have little hard hats on and they're doing some planning. They have a little schematic.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'd like to volunteer to take first watch.
I will let you do that.
Stupendous. And I will painfully transform into my giraffesilisk form.
Okay.
Because as a giraffe, I feel like I have a good vantage point.
Greater height, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else curls up and begins going to sleep. Now, George Clooney, you are a giraffesilisk.
I am a giraffesilisk.
Can you see in the dark?
I have nothing in the character that are in the book that says I can.
Okay.
So I have to assume that yes, I can.
No,
and I'm also
that means no.
stronger than anybody.
Narp.
Perhaps.
Okay, fantastic. So, are you going to light a torch or anything, or are you going to sit here in the dark?
The way that I envision it is I am doing like giraffe sit on the ground.
Okay.
With my friends around me.
They don't do that.
It's easy to imagine the way that a giraffe
Imagine a
sits
giraffe
on the ground.
like
It's hilarious in
it
my
bends
mind.
all its legs.
They don't do
and it
that.
sits on its knees. This is what giraffesilisk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how many giraffesilisk have you met? Alright? And I'd like to imagine that my crew is gathered around the base of my neck.
Okay.
And I am like looking back and forth as a sentry.
Fantastic.
No
Ugh.
torch, I would imagine. I'm not the brightest George.
There's no
out there.
torches already lit in this church? No
Nope.
candles on the walls?
I have a lantern.
What kind of candle cove? This isn't Candle Cove.
Oh, could I like hold the lantern in my mouth and then I'd be like a little lighthouse giraffe?
Yes, so while you're doing that, I would like you to make a presence test.
A presence test is not a great thing for me to do, but I'm going to roll and I'm going to get a 6.
A 6?
A 6.
Okay, that is great. I really, really like that. Thank you very much.
You're
for
welcome.
telling me that. Okay. Your watch passes, and you guys all spend the evening here, waking each other up as you need to change watches, and you guys wake up in the quote-unquote morning. You can tell because it gets slightly lighter outside behind the gray, dark clouds. Everybody regains a d6 of hit points.
And also our powers and omens,
Your
correct?
powers and omens also reset.
So, tell me about how the omens work. Do we roll something and add that?
You
You
just
get a
refresh.
1D, you get a 1d2.
You get 1d2.
1d2.
more. Gotcha.
You get 1d2 back, generally.
Because, like, I only had one, so I can only get one, right?
No, well, you can have 2 at max, I think.
There is no max, right? Oh, it's 2 at max?
Right, is there a max? Is there a max to number of omens?
We have discussed this.
Yeah,
Because I thought it was 2, but...
I believe that some character classes have different numbers of omens, but
Yeah.
all of us
I think
have
I just
2.
have one.
Oh.
I've only ever had one.
Oh, well maybe you just haven't rolled well.
That's possible.
It's possible.
Oh.
No offense meant.
When depleted, roll the class's designated die and regain that many omens after resting for 6 hours.
Okay, so there is no limit if you stack them. It's just we spend them.
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
don't spending them.
let me...
So, do we know that we're all D4s?
D2.
I mean, that's
I'm sorry, D2s?
That's what I remember.
Blevit, I can tell you yours right now. You get D2.
Okay,
Oops, I
perfect.
searched Pirates of the Caribbean.
We get to see if a seal breaks.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. Let's see.
A
That's a
2.
It's a 2.
Okay, now I can see if I die.
Yes! I love that we have our little morning ritual.
No, it's so far.
Oh, D2. So I get D2.
Yep.
So I got 2.
I've also just learned another thing that I didn't know. When it comes to using your powers, if you fail, the power doesn't work, you lose D2 HP and become dizzy for the next hour. During that time, powers will always fail.
Ah! You can do 1 power an hour.
Yep.
Power hour.
Saturday at 8 a.m.
So, do you die, Bart?
No, 96.
Okay. Hey.
Okay, I'm good.
Not even close.
The Reaper does not get me today.
Fantastic. May I ask how many hit points everybody has?
We got 4.
Okay.
6.
12.
I have 15.
15 hit points. Wow. George Clooney might be the only one that survives.
I feel ready to go, and then I hack up a bunch of blood cough. Oh, yes, ready to go.
I've already died once.
Yeah, Craig Sally, so now you have no hair either, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
if it's not like bald, it's like like if you took someone's scalp off. It's kind of like
scalped yourself?
strawberry jelly smeared over like a mushroom. You can see like the veins like pulsing on my head.
Fun
That's
fact,
awesome.
that's what's under Strawberry Shortcake's bonnet.
Pulsing veins.
Pulsing.
That's really gross.
She says, "You want to see my strawberry jelly?" And she takes it off. Everybody shrieks.
Oh my god.
Coming in 2024.
Strawberry Shortcake, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Okay, and Blevit, I would like you to let me know the things that you have in your inventory.
Oh no.
My present equipment includes the backpack,
Okay.
my coin, rations, an extra hook, rope, the sharp fire iron, a pair of weighted dice for the evening, my sling, and that's it.
Your coin, rations, and sling are gone.
Oh.
Should I erase them?
Oh, I thought you meant like your money.
Are you just asking money?
No. I was asking. Okay, when you said my coin, I thought you meant like your money. Okay, no, just your rations and the other thing that I said, your sling.
The sling.
Yeah, those are both missing.
Ancient artifact.
Yep.
Should I erase it, or is it possible that it could return?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gone for the moment.
But I
At the
understand.
very least.
Oh, and a machete.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the machete's gone too. Yeah.
Oh man, I want to be a machete monkey. That'd be cool.
Machete.
Or Danny Trejo.
I need that. We have to find who
That's-
stole this shit.
Machete.
The bit.
When I slept, I'll let everyone know that I'm short a few items,
I'll start
and I'm
checking me.
not suggesting that any of you would take them.
I look
because
at George Clooney.
Why would you? Oh, I look at George Clooney as well.
Guiltily. I feel bad for questioning him.
I am a giraffelisk and I have no pockets.
There's a giraffe sitting there.
I
Well,
go.
my
"I've got
concern
no
is while
pockets."
you were on watch, did you watch my stuff?
What were you watching?
I was just looking around. I was thinking about Days Gone By mainly.
Days
Yeah.
of Our Lives?
No. Days Gone By, it's a saying, just a saying. I wasn't much for television or the moving pictures, really.
And now, Blevit, this is really going to bother you because you begin to think back to when you were a younger person back in the military. You remember that it just recently you had actually paid a hefty sum that you stole off of a couple of corpses for your commission.
Yes.
So you were an officer in the army of Grift. Now,
Very good.
Backstory.
you remember that one night you woke up as you were feeling somebody touching you. Your eyes shoot open and you see one of your youngest soldiers staring at you, digging through your pockets. He has your entire coin satchel in his hand, and he looks hungry, he looks sad, and he looks scared as you bare your fangs at him. What do you say to him? To this man who has snuck into your quarters?
I don't know that I would have said anything. I believe this may be why I deserted. I bit him.
You bit him.
I did.
You take a
Ooh.
large chunk out of this boy's body. He begins screaming. He falls down to the ground. And as this happens, a couple of other soldiers walk in. And they look at you. And they look very confused. And they say, "Commander, the mess hall is entirely open. Eating the young soldiers has never been something that we've accepted. We know your certain circumstances coming from another strange battalion nobody's ever heard of, but we stand in wait for Sigfum to march us off the edge of the continent. You are not allowed to eat other soldiers."
Gentlemen, it came upon me in a dream as a reaction to a theft. I think with this, I shall have to depart my commission.
They all begin pulling out their weapons and they charge straight at you. You turn tail, jump out of the nearest window, you do a very cool roll, and you run to the closest harbor and hop onto the nearest ship that you see.
Absolutely.
That brings you back to this moment, looking around and seeing the three people who could have possibly stolen from you.
Yo, why is everybody looking at each other?
So I've had an incident, flashback, if you will, and I've changed the way I react to things now. It's not an immediate fanging, but I shall close my eyes for a count of 10, and if my sling and machete are returned, no questions asked. Otherwise, there may be the beginnings of some fighting going on. The sling is my father's. I have carried it. I would like to continue carrying it, so I will begin now. A count of 10. 10.
I whisper to the other two,
I'm
like,
not certain. Hold on a minute. I did not remember. Was anyone moving to return my stuff? I shall count from 1 to 10.
This person that you've always known to be relatively erudite, for the first time, you kind of see a little bit of savagery in his eyes as he's kind of staring off, and you can tell that he's remembering something, and this makes the three of you feel a little bit uncomfortable. How do you react while he's attempting
Viciously
to count down?
shrug at them.
3,
Take it. Take it.
No,
Put it back.
4,
take anything. I got no
Pockets.
If I took anything, I would have killed him.
I'm gonna start tearing through the pews. I'm throwing cushions.
Like, look around, find it. I'll say, lads, and I'll send the rats to go look around too.
can we run quick, desperate presence checks to look for tracks or things like that?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna say 4, 3, 7,
8.
Yes, come out of the time.
I got a 14.
14?
I got an 11 for presence.
13.
13. Okay, so while he is, I mean, he's been counting for like 45 seconds now. But the two pirates, again, you happen to notice that there are what appear to be large rat tracks, that they appear to be like the size of like a child's foot, in the dirt over near you guys, and they're heading back toward where the altar was and where the staircase was.
Oh, thank God.
If you give me a chance, I was thinking I would watch the blood, but...
Yar, okay, I think we found where it might have gone. Mr. Blevit, belay any biting, please, and perhaps come look at the evidence.
Very good. I shall end at 8 and open my eyes, holding the 9 and 10 in reserve. Yes, what have you found?
Well, if you look here, and I'll get down because I'm a tracker, these right here appear to be tracks going to and fro from where you were laying, back to that piece of shithole over there.
Does anyone else see the similarity between these feet and dun-dun-dun Delilah's?
The camera zooms in real close on Delilah.
I was picking her teeth a little. And then she like reaches into her shirt and starts pulling a little flintlock.
No, Blevit. Delilah's feet are small and tiny. These are larger.
And we can all accept Blevit is the best among us. I'm sorry. Delilah is the best among us.
Yar.
I would have to believe that is true.
She'll take a big drag off her cigarette and put the gun slowly back.
So, in that case then, my friends, I think we are on a quest to retrieve my stolen items.
Absolutely.
Yes, Yar.
No biting necessary to the party.
It's incredibly convenient that we wanted to go down those stairs anyways.
It is.
Quite
It's almost
frankly.
as if we've been lured down there.
Everyone is feeling better?
I felt great from the get-go, quite frankly.
If you want, I do have a new spell I get to work with. Let me see if there's any traps laid before us.
Absolutely.
You gave it to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw your eye. Yeah. So let me see if I can muster it, and I'll clap my hands together and let's see if I can do this.
He's mustard in.
It's
Doing a
presents. I need a. I'm gonna use my omen.
He ketchuped.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah, I wanted an art
What happens if
catastrophe so bad.
Does anything cool happen if I crit success a spell?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So for 2d10 minutes. Oh. So for 2d10 minutes. So for 4 minutes. For a nat 20, could I double it?
Sure.
Yes, 8 minutes. I was like, Yar, we got to move quickly. Let me go first.
So looking down at the staircase, the first thing that you notice is that there was a cloth that was sitting on the altar that is now bundled up on the ground, and there appears to be something glowing within it.
Yar, there seems to be something glowing in there.
Are the stones all still placed in the altar?
The altar has sunk down and become part of the floor.
I'm so sorry.
So I'll pull out my sword and kind of roll it out to see what's in it.
As you poke at it, you hear a ting, 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 and you see like a goblet come rolling out. It's like this beautiful, like silver and like gold in like jeweled and all that, like beautiful goblet.
I'll go and I'll pick it up.
Ooh,
No,
rookie move.
So I pick it up. Ah, it looks like treasure, and I'll put it away, and then say, "Let us head to tally home."
You just kind of stuff it into your jacket.
And I'll look at it a little bit. I mean, if there's anything of note right
there
away.
doesn't seem to be anything of note about it.
Okay, so that yes, I will put it away.
Fantastic. It does appear to be quite valuable.
I don't believe that was there. You know. That's all I had.
Oh,
Perhaps the
stupendous input. Stupendous input. Please refrain from biting us, and we'll keep complimenting you. This makes a lot of sense.
We have about 7 minutes now. We should go.
I do have a logistical question. As a giraffe can I enter into this space?
Yeah, you just have to like bend your neck at a 180 degree angle. Are you bending it back, forward, or off to one of the sides?
Oh gosh.
Can't their necks like fold multiple directions?
It's a basilisk.
You, can't go back
You could
and
coil
forth
it.
and back and forth.
Oh,
Can I coil it like a pigtail?
Fine, you coil it.
Corkscrew neck. Thank you. That's one
Coming out of
thing.
the top of your giraffe body, you have like this weird coil that, yeah, it kind of looks like a coiled up snake, and then your head is sitting on top of that.
nice.
Aw, that's kind of cute.
No, it's like a little scarf.
So you begin descending these stairs. May I ask who's going first?
Me, because I'm looking for traps. So it's all it says is I'll find all traps
Okay.
for 8 minutes.
That sounds like a Mörk Borg spell,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. I'd like to take the 6 so that I can potentially catch unawares.
Okay. Fantastic. And then the other two are in the middle.
Yes.
You begin walking down these stairs. The first trap that you notice is that the stairs are very slick. And like something that you could fall on. You then take another second and realize that they are slick with viscera, gore, and seaweed.
Looks like somebody's trying to trip us up.
And let me see. Do I have?
I wish you guys could have seen the face he just made of me.
I'll use the goblet to scoop out. I don't know. I'll say,
Watch your steps, lads and lass.
You begin walking down this staircase. You get down to what is essentially the first room here. And you find yourself in, it's a relatively large room. You come down from one of the corners, and it's about 30 feet on one side and about 40 feet on the other side. It's a rectangle. Off in one of the corners, you can see that there are just whole and partial skeletons just absolutely piled up. They appear to be perhaps covering a door or something, and this smell is awful. I need everyone to make a toughness test, please.
Ooh. Oh,
We don't use that one very much.
no.
I really just got a nat 20.
I also got a nat 20.
what the hell, guys? I got a 3.
Everybody, you immediately begin vomiting. Just
Spending an omen, I still only got a 9.
okay. The two of you have begun vomiting, and so you do not notice that sitting over in the northeast corner, so this is the far corner,
Nor'easter.
Not Christmas, not Hanukkah, nor Easter.
Oh God.
Thank you. Yeah.
We worked together on that one.
Well,
There does appear to be a child-sized rat in torn-up clothing
Ew.
sitting in the corner, muttering to himself.
what is he? Oh, okay. I want to like. They're vomiting loudly. He
Bart,
noticed
I believe
us.
I have figured out exactly
catch
what the
this
slippery stuff
Yeah.
on the
Interrogation.
Stairs was.
Don't you have like advantages on grapples and things?
I do.
Can you grab that rat?
I have to sneak to it. So, what's the clutter setup in this room? Was there rubble?
I mean, yeah, there's rubble all over the place. There's like partial corpses.
So if
lying all over the ground.
if I'm able to catch this rat unaware, I grapple it automatically.
May I suggest, George, a little acting?
Should I distract this rat?
Yes.
Hark! Upon yon window, sun's coming up. Juliet, looking good. That's from Shakespeare.
All right, I'm gonna need you to make a presence test.
Okay, I'm gonna try to distract the rat. Rat distraction. That one.
Natural
one.
What does that one look like when George Clooney tries to act?
It is George Clooney.
It's George.
Even a nat 1 on George Clooney is probably a
It's
18
counted
or
as
a
a
19
success.
for the average
It's
B level.
It's clearly exactly what I said. Upon yon window, sun's coming up. Hey, Juliet, looking good.
You say that the rat the rat is like muttering to himself, looks up at you, and then glances over to straight at Crag Sally. His like little claws, yeah, she's like pressed up against the wall, kind of in like that Egyptian walk pose. And his like little claws are kind of like scratching at his own fur as he is muttering things like, "They're gonna take it from you. All they want is it. They're just gonna steal everything. We need to run. We need to run. We need to go."
I'm just gonna go into the assault and try to tackle it.
Okay.
So I don't know what that looks like though.
We're gonna have you do a strength check.
Okay. 22.
22.
I just want to grapple the rat.
You dive over and you grab onto this rat, like holding him very, very tightly. He starts squealing.
I want to full Nelson it.
You full Nelson the rat. He is squealing loudly. You can see that he is kicking at you, and he appears to almost be like a little bit ill, like he might vomit or something.
I'm not afraid of grossness. I think he'd be easier to like take down if he was feeling more ill, so I'm gonna shake him a little bit.
You shake him up a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What are the rest of you doing while she's being kicked at and scratched at by this rat?
Yeah, are we done vomiting?
You guys have fully thrown up everything that was in your stomach, which I don't know what you've eaten recently.
That's probably part of the problem.
Nothing good.
And what you see is, while she's shaking him, you do see that your sling falls out of one of his pockets and lands on the ground.
Well, my Joe, gentlemen, I believe we found the culprit. Good job, Sally.
I'm like, give us all our shit back.
I'm ashamed at my performance.
I'm going to walk forward.
Yeah, so you approach her as she's shaking this little dude.
I begin by grabbing my sling.
Okay, you grab your sling off the ground.
So what should we do with the giant rat?
Squeeze him for a machete.
How does its faculties seem?
We only treat thieves one way.
And then I'll pull out my sword.
Does the rat know anything? Do you speak, rat?
It is.
Of course I speak rat.
It is screaming in some weird rat language, but what you do notice is that all of the rats that are climbing out of your body, they appear to be like looking at it a little bit confused, and Delilah whispers in your ear, informing you that it's screaming for help.
Wait! And I'll put the sword away. Don't kill the rat yet. It's screaming for help.
Doesn't that mean that it would be bringing more rats to its aid?
And then I'll confer with Delilah.
Is it meaning help, like it wants help, or like from us, or that it's asking for help from other rats?
She informs you that it sounds like it's screaming for help, like elsewhere, not to you guys.
Okay, no, we're killing the rat again. Does anybody else have any questions for the rat?
Could we possibly hold this rat hostage, and maybe the other rats won't attack us if we hold a knife to its throat? This seems like something that would happen in one of my films.
Kind of a shitty rat. I don't know that it would work.
It kind of seems like it was on its own.
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of sad about the rat. I'm gonna switch to holding it like a baby.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm feeling
it like a
I want to
baby.
kind of touch his nose and go, "What's going on?" little
Okay,
guy?"
yeah, while you're doing that, I do want you to make a defense roll, because it is going to try to bite you.
Yeah, and Crag Sally is undeterred by
And
bites.
I'll say to Bart that I'm kind of shocked that you're so dismissive of this rat.
I
This is
definitely failed
kind of your
it.
thing.
Okay.
It's not the right size. It's a strange rat.
Okay, so you failed it. That is nice to hear.
I got a 6, and then whatever it was, it's add 2 to it because of my armor. No, I'm backwards. No, a defense roll. You add +2.
You need to roll a 14, is what that's saying.
Yeah, and I
Your
got a
DR.
6.
You got a 6.
So yeah,
right.
no, I didn't. I
You
just.
really failed. You failed
Yeah.
more than you normally would have.
But I do love this rat now.
It does bite into you,
That's okay.
and it deals you 3 damage.
I'll take it.
Armor.
Oh yeah.
Roll your armor,
Okay.
because if one of that gets through...
2.
Okay, so it deals you 1 damage, and I need you to make a toughness test.
Okay.
You could use an omen to give it max damage on you if you want.
I got a 10.
You got a 10.
Oh, 11. Oh, yeah, 10. 10.
Okay. You see that as it bites into you, you see this like kind of green goo seeping into your flesh, and you immediately begin to feel a little bit sick. You are at strength -2 until that wound is healed.
Oh,
You are infected.
All right, looks like we're killing the rat. I'm sorry.
No,
Sally.
it's my baby.
Sally, it just hurt you. It looks like there's something oozing into your wound.
A mother's love knows no pain. And I want to kind of cuddle it closer.
I'll say, Sally, you need to stop this. I have plenty of rats.
Before we slay it, we must ask it, where is the machete?
And do you think that maybe your rats could parlay with this beast?
Parlay. Yes, that is
That's
a pirate term.
thing.
I'll say,
That is.
That's pirate
I
shit.
did a good
Where's
job.
that machete, Schnuckle?
Delilah, would you kindly ask the rat to stop biting Sally?
She begins squealing loudly at this thing, and you see that its arm points over toward the large pile of corpses.
Okay, pointed over there. So, Delilah, what the hell did you tell it? It wants us to go over. Okay,
She informs you that that's where the machete is.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's over there in that pile.
Very good. George, since the machete will be yours, do you want to don the mask first?
I currently have no hands to wield the machete, and I do want to say that by default, your boy's Danny Trejo
Yeah.
face is all on.
Gotcha. So I'm thinking you could nudge through it with me.
That's acceptable. Yeah. Let's go for another machete. Somebody
So we
should
are-
be on Overwatch
You're
right
gonna
now.
dig through. Well,
Sally, can we kill the rat, please?
I'd like to swaddle the rat with my blanket that I got.
This is good. This is good.
And I'm naming it Piccolo.
From Dragon Ball Z.
No.
As she's telling you that its name is Piccolo, Delilah is informing you that its name is Lack.
It's Lack. Okay. I guess its name is Lack.
And she also informs you that it is screaming for the other rats to come.
It's screaming for the other rats to come. I think if we keep your rat, it's going to lead others to us. And then we're going to have to kill a lot more.
I'm feeling pretty stuck on this rat, I'm gonna be honest. I love this rat.
What if I promise to give you one of my rats?
all of your rats are like run to the back
And then
of
well,
the head hole.
the core crew knows it's not them.
Your rat is really little, and this is a big, fat baby rat.
What if the next non-killer rat we find you can have?
I love that this is happening while it's trying to bite you and shit.
It is biting me in my head. Yeah.
So,
Okay, I get to pick the next baby.
yes,
The next baby I want, I can have.
Fine, yes, the next baby that's not this rat or its ratkin, you can have.
I can't do it, but I'll hand over my swaddled baby.
And I'll say, look away, Sally.
I will.
And then I just basically just kind of like toss it up in the air and slash it in half.
As you slash this rat in half, you see that like fleas go flying off of the blankets, viscera pours out onto the ground, and you guys hear a ting, 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 ting.
Oh, there's something metal.
And I'll look around for it.
It's wonderful. Looking around on the ground, you find a silver key that is like tied onto a little string as if it is to be worn as a necklace.
I'll pick it up.
Didn't we? Who found the other silver key? We found one in the shop.
I have the silver key from the shop. It's not the same key.
not the same
I'm gonna
key?
hold it up. No, not
It's not the same.
They don't match at all? Okay.
Very interesting.
I'll add it to my keychain. I now have 2 keys.
Alright, I'll go on Overwatch.
I don't know what that means.
Just looking around.
Justice reigns from above.
George and I are written through the body pot.
Basically, I'm looking with my eyes at the room.
It's a very accurate
So
description, I
you're
think.
looking around.
I'm
is what you're
watching
saying.
all over. I'm Overwatch.
Okay, I feel like you had mentioned that there might be something behind the pile of corpses.
Yeah, you guys can see that there is like a passageway behind there.
So I'll go over there and just start basically pulling corpses down, trying to make a little path.
And Blevit and I are searching through these bodies for Blevit's possessions. Are we having any luck?
Yeah, you guys find everything. Almost like,
Oh, sick.
not like they're on the bodies, but like they're tucked in between them, like this is just a hiding spot.
Okay. Okay.
Why was the priest feeding blood to the rats?
Was he?
Was that the connection, or was the blood being fed to this thing to open up so we can move down?
To the rats. I mean, what's the end goal of the...
There
I
must be
don't believe the
something.
rats were a part of it, but I do believe the seaweed means that this goes down to the sea.
Oh, so directionally,
All those swamp rats.
using my big, smart, beautiful brain, do I think that we're going to come out in the cove?
So the direction you're, yeah, you're kind of going toward the cove.
Can I smell the brine in the air?
Not at the moment. No,
Not
you
over the
cannot.
vomit in the room.
Just
No.
smells like dead baby rat that I loved.
Yeah. So
I'll try to like kick some other corpses over it so you can't see the rat anymore.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
appreciated.
so as
Yeah.
you guys are moving the corpses out of the way of this like passageway, you are covering the dead baby rat.
What does the rat swaddled in?
The flea blanket.
I had a flea-bitten blanket that I got out of that store that was getting robbed.
I remember that.
Okay. You guys eventually open up this little bit of a passageway.
Hurry, there's something back here. It's a passageway.
Are we moving that way now?
I'll take out my lantern.
You hear a lot of squeaking coming from that direction.
And I'll say, damn, I hear squeaking.
Holding up your lantern, you can see that this is a very narrow hallway, stacked high with partial human remains.
Okay, so this is a really cramped hallway we got coming for us.
And we...
Probably not giraffalisks sized.
I may have to convert to Machete Monkey, my ultimate form.
It is.
It is a painful process.
Final form.
Yes.
Final form. And I think that moving through this area will require my shift. So I'm gonna fall on the ground and writhe in excruciating agony for 12 seconds
As you turn into a monkey.
as I turn into a monkey and I reach out expectantly for the machete and I slap the Danny Trejo face on my face and I just won Mörk Borg.
Very scary.
Can I, so you volunteered this machete for my...
Yes.
Ah, stupendous.
Mork
I will
King.
hand you the machete.
And a machete is a D4.
So there are so many bodies here that to clear it out entirely would probably take you a few days, but you're able to open up a small passage that you could like squeeze into.
Perfect.
That's what I'm looking for.
We love
Jamming
squeezing.
jamming your lantern into that small area, you can see that a couple of these bodies, you see like shiny stuff glinting off of them.
It's probably been longer than 8 minutes, I would imagine.
Certainly.
So, yeah.
There's shiny stuff in there.
Does it look like good shiny? Like gold or silver, I should say?
I think you'd have to get closer. So.
Yeah, you would have to actually get closer. You'd have to actually climb into the hallway
How
All
long
right, let's
does
go.
my -2 stay for?
Actually,
until your wound is healed.
I'd like to volunteer to take the lead
So
on
you
this
should
one.
have like what, +3
I'm
now.
agile. I'm small. I can make it through these cramped spaces.
I'll say, let's
You're
try
also
one
infected, so
thing
you can't.
first.
Sorry, yeah, you're also infected, so you can't heal when sleeping. Sorry, Craig Sally. Go
Oh,
ahead,
we
guys.
gotta hear that.
I'll eat some moldy bread when I find it.
That'll help. It's not Skyrim.
like a skull around or like a head.
penicillin.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. So like you poke into there, like into
No,
that
I mean like
hallway?
outside. I want to throw something in.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'll just grab like a head and kind of throw it in. I want to see if anything like any traps. No,
nothing jumps out and grabs onto anything. Nothing moves.
Mr. Clooney, in there.
And I'll kind of point out through this little hole.
There's shiny bits. Be careful, but also see what they are.
So my concern is, why are they shiny? It being nearly pitch black down here.
It
That's because he has a lantern shining through there.
could be silver.
It could be gold.
It could be the little eyes of rats.
It could be that damn Oscar.
What?
It's been a running joke in all the sessions about George Clooney wanting a Best Actor Oscar. It was just a callback.
It was an Academy Award.
Same thing.
Same thing.
No.
The Academy Awards were not the Oscars?
I thought they were.
I thought they were too.
I truly don't know the difference
yeah.
between any
Yeah, I
of
thought
that.
they weren't, but I'm willing to be wrong.
No.
I'm open
Good.
to not
We're all
knowing.
stupid.
Okay, well, I am absolutely willing to go in here and do a little exploration. If I do perish, then sing of my name in the night, and I will be looking down at you from the skies. And I enter into the hallway and begin eeking and ooking and awking through the bodies.
Fantastic. Are you taking a lantern or are you just taking your machete?
I'll give him the lantern.
I'll take the lantern.
as you're looking, like you climb over all this like huge pile of dead bodies, and you start seeing all these skeletal remains inset into a bunch of the eyes of these skulls. You see precious gems. That's what was glinting at you.
Well,
In the eyes?
Yes, where the eyes would be in the eye sockets, there are precious gems.
And it would have been legitimate for you to have considered either the Academy Award or the Oscar, as they are effectively synonymous.
Thank you.
It's the same ceremony and everything?
Yes, the
Oh.
Oscar statuette is the prize given for the Academy Award.
Oh.
of
Do
Merit.
I
We've
find
learned-
an Oscar?
Only the fish.
No,
Okay.
you do
well,
not find an Oscar.
I'm going to grab a skull.
We can't end your arc that quickly.
No. I'm going to grab.
I envision hundreds of Oscars throughout the campaign of Mörk Borg. You have like best supporting actress.
Yeah.
You have best voice in an animated
Like
series.
the first
Costume
thing that you
design.
did when the
Best
world
foreign
ended was
animation.
just start breaking into houses.
looking for Oscars.
Yeah.
Trying to Cuba Gooding Jr.'s house. And I'm like, I know he's got one. I know he's got one here. All right, I'm going to grab a skull,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to pull it and just pick it up. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to toss it back at my party, and I'm going to say, "This one's a Gemini."
I want to catch it perfectly with my mouth.
You catch it perfectly with your mouth. As you throw it out through that small hole, you begin to see movement around you. And you see that a couple of these hands, skeletal hands of these like partial corpses begin crawling toward you. What do you do?
I run from the hallway, clearly,
You just run.
back towards my friends.
You dive back toward your friends.
I mean, that seems like the
Yeah,
logical
yeah,
move,
fair
right?
enough, fair
Like,
enough.
Honestly, I warned them, of course, as I come out. Like, there are hands after me, skeletal hands.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have you make an agility check to get away from these things, and then we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh, 2 combats?
I'm using my omen to re-roll that 4.
That's probably a good idea.
That is a 12 plus 2 is 14.
Okay, you were able to scramble out of that little hole. You see your friend Crag Sally, she's holding this skull with gems in it in her mouth. All of your friends are standing there looking at you, not quite sure what's going on. And as that happens, these hands begin crawling out of this hole, and I get to go first. The first one is going to dive straight at you, Crag Sally. I need you to make an
Alrighty.
agility test.
Agility. What's 19 plus 1?
Okay. And I need you to make a second one.
What's 20 plus 1?
Okay, did you roll a nat 20?
Yes, I did.
Okay, if you roll a nat 20, then you get a free attack on this thing.
But I only have -2. Alright, I'm attacking. Ooh, got that one.
A natural 1?
Ah!
As you go to swing with one of your daggers, one of them sticks into the stones as you're trying to stab it, and the other one, the blade actually snaps. You are left with one dagger, and it is stuck into the rock.
I am adrift in a sea of my own mistakes.
One of these hands, actually the other two of these hands are going after you there, George Clooney.
George Clooney.
He's still a Pokemon.
It's never not funny, though.
I like it a lot too.
George.
2 dodge rolls.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2. A nat 20 and a 15, my friend.
So you get a free attack on one of them.
You know it's with the machete monkey. Ook ook ak. It's a skew, sorry. That's a 20. And
All
machete's a D4, so I'm gonna roll a D4. I need a better weapon, a 2.
Okay. You do 2 damage to this thing. It has no armor,
That's good.
and it does not look injured.
Oh,
As you stab into this, it almost appears as if the skin kind of melds back, and it
Ooh.
doesn't really seem to do much harm to it at all. That is my entire turn, and this time we're going to start with you, Blevit.
I'm uncertain as to what's going on, other than George came running out and said there are hands following me.
Yes.
I shall hold and wait to see what happens.
Okay, you're not going to attack the hands or anything?
Do I see them?
Yeah, they're right there in front of you. They're attacking your friends.
Well, yes. I shall take the sharp fire poker and again endeavor to do something. Nat 20.
What is that, 6?
We should have started counting. We really
Yeah.
should have.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you do double damage to this thing.
If you give us a
I
count
don't know
of like all the nat 20s in this
D6
game,
plus
you'll get
1,
something.
So you roll
Yeah.
2d6 plus 2.
Mike, remind me, this game's supposed to be hard, right?
Shut
I'm sorry.
So that is 7 points of damage.
Okay,
You do
Reese
7
Witherspoon
points
and
of
Legally
damage.
Blonde.
I know this pain.
You
Like, it's
absolutely
hard?
destroy one of these things. That's because of your crit. You absolutely destroy one of
my
these
gosh.
things.
So I have the answer. Apparently, it needs to be a fire implement to do damage to these things.
And that's going to bring us over to you there, Bart.
Is anybody in the hallway?
Nobody's in the hallway.
Hey, Mr. Clooney, may I have my lantern?
I hand the lantern back.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll say, well, I guess we need a little bit of fire. So I'll take. I'm basically gonna take the oil. Actually, no, you pour oil into the lanterns, right?
In the base.
Yeah. All right, guess I'm gonna do it. We need to clear this hallway. They're all in the hallway, right?
No, there's
No?
4 of them out here where you guys are. Well, no, there's 3 of them.
Oh, they're out here?
Yeah, they followed George Clooney, the machete monkey, into the room with you.
Okay.
And this
say-
entryway, is it a door or
It was a door at some point, and now it's just kind of like a...
now it's ajar?
Thank you, everybody, for going quiet.
Are they close to? Who are they close to right now?
You
Anybody?
have... One of them is attacking George Clooney, right? Oh, no, 2 of them are attacking George Clooney. One of them is attacking Craig Sally.
Okay, I do not want a splash weapon, so I'm not going to use the lantern outside the hallway. So
You can set me on fire if you want to. I can recover hit points as a Giraffulus.
that is pretty cool. But no, I'll take out my gun. Guns have fire technically, so I'll
Guns
level
are
it.
fire, sure.
Firearms.
Yeah.
Let's see how they like a little lead. Blam!
Okay.
And then I forget that I don't have infinite ammo anymore.
I saw.
Oh, I thought I saw that 20, but it's only 15.
Okay,
so.
fantastic. Do your damage to this thing.
Oh my god. 4 points of damage. Blam.
You do 4 points of damage to this thing. That is fantastic. George Clooney.
Okay, there appears to be some way to harm these things. Am I understanding correctly?
As I had said, with fire implements.
With fiery implements, I have only the fire in my spirit, which drives me to take to the stage. And I don't think that counts. So, oh my gosh, what can I do? What can I do? There's not much I can do. Oh! Boom! Booyakasha. I can attempt to summon a skeleton friend.
Nice!
Using
Do it
my
to it.
unclean scroll, reopen the grave. A presence check of a 10. Oh my god! My third eye allows reading unclean scrolls with a DR of 10.
Nice!
Awesome! I finally made a spell work. I'm so pleased.
Everybody gives you a nice, polite little clap.
Okay, thank you all very much.
You guys see just like this kind of blackened, charred skeleton bursts through the stone floor. And it looks really terrifying, but it stands right next to your monkey friend, looking not as scary as it should be.
Can I use part of my turn, or whatever remains, to put the lady face on it?
Sure.
Okay.
Damn, that is a fine skeleton.
And she was a 5 out of 10. is
Oh,
what
she was a
the
5?
roll
Oh, no, I was thinking the other one.
That one was damaged by somebody
That's
here who
right.
had to slash my face.
I'm the a-hole.
Okay, now I looked at the skeletons. I believe they have 4 hit points, and they roll they have 4 hit points, and they roll a D2 for bite or claws. I think that's right.
I believe so.
I think that's right. So I have a skeleton man now,
Nice.
and that's not incredibly useful, but it's there, and I did it, and I'm not taking it back.
You succeeded in an unclean skull? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Maybe I could try to have it grab and restrain a
One of the hands?
hand or two.
Yeah, sure.
Try to
You
have
can
it
do
grapple
that.
a hand.
Absolutely.
I was gonna roll a D20.
Okay, do it to it.
That's a 3.
You do 3. Okay. That does not work.
Okay.
Very uncoordinated skeleton.
It
Yeah.
does make sense.
Skeleton's not sure about going against its own.
Yeah, exactly. Craig Sally.
So is anything currently flaming?
Nothing is on fire other than the lantern.
Okay, so what I have a wad of greasy hair that's not my own that I had originally.
Disgusting.
So what I'd like to do is dip it in the fire.
Okay.
And then start whacking stuff with it.
Okay.
I figure I can get 2 rounds out of this.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. Go for it.
Okay. I don't know what I'm rolling. So range is presence. It's not ranged.
Range,
so it's just strength. I'm just whacking stuff.
Yep.
So I dip it in the flame. I get a 18 plus 3.
That's going to hurt it.
How do I roll damage?
I'm going to give you a D4 of fire.
Okay, D4 of fire. 3 damage.
Okay. Were you hitting one of the unhurt ones?
Honestly, just whatever's closest.
Cool. Yes, one of the unhurt ones. Fantastic. These things have no armor, and that's going to go back to me. And I'm going to go with... 2 of them are still trying to get you there, Mr. Clooney. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and make some agility rolls, and I'm going to need one from you as well, Craig Sally, because you still have the skull in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled 2 13s. This is fun.
Hey.
I got an 11.
You got an 11? Okay. Fantastic. You guys can see that one of these things, it reaches up almost as if it's trying to get to her mouth, but it grabs onto her neck and begins strangling her. And
sad.
Yes, this is something that armor cannot help you with. You take 3 damage.
Okay.
What are you at?
Did you drop 2-0?
I dropped to 1. That's what I was at.
Oh, you guys see that this skeletal hand climbs up your friend Sally. It digs its fingers into her skin and actually rips her throat out entirely.
No, Miss Sally!
It hooks the skull, like the nose hole, with its thumb and begins climbing back as your friend sputters and spews the last bit of her life out. And with that, the other skeletal hands begin following it, and Crag Sally lies dead on the floor. And with that, we will end our session.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
But this game was fun. There's no this is an easy game.
Can I have your face?
Tune in next week as NCRP Productions presents But Did You Know? Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman76, Loading Mad Cat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.